African and Indian students stuck in Ukraine are accusing officials of discriminating against them and pushing them back from getting to the border. Videos have been posted on social media said to show black people being prevented from boarding a train and left stranded at a railway station in Lviv as Ukrainians were allowed on. Others said they were turned back from the border and were even being shot at.
Listening to Reset Race, you now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. What? Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, back on the grill again. We grilling them, You're listening to Reset Race. Adults need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake. Lineage go back to US Southern plantations. Lineage, Jim Crow and mass incarceration. Redline and lynchings, we are old from this nation. You're not about justice if you ain't for reparations. MG the wise one, cousin mother intellectual. Samantha bringing fire, anti-black, we pressing you. No permanent friends and no permanent enemies. The backbone of the country, the win, you need our energy. You gon' see, listening to Reset Race. You now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race. You're now tuned in to Reset Race. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. Adults need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake.
Thanks for being here. As lawmakers get back to work, I'd like to ask you, with a war underway in Europe, what will be the congressional response? President Biden is asking for more than $6 billion in aid for Ukraine, as well as for refugees, many of whom are already crossing the border into countries like Poland. Will you take up that bill?
So, welcome to Reset Race. Yes, we forgot to do the intro first, but y'all don't mind, y'all don't care. Y'all know at least what we're going to be talking about. So today is going to be about the US and Ukrainian refugees, and pretty much where we stand as American Negroes, as John likes to say. I still like being American Negroes. American Negroes that descend from chattel slavery. We enjoy this, and yes, it's redundant to say descend from American chattel slavery, but y'all be trying the fuck out of us. So feel the need to throw that in here.
We gotta say it.
I'm just saying. So I'm Samantha Angelique. We are here. We're back. We might even, who knows, if Mud's feeling like Superman, y'all might get 2 episodes next week, so we can be timely. Plus, we got a bunch of stuff we need to get on anyways. So I'm excited to be back with the fam and pass it on to John.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? My name is John C. I am an average American Negro. I'm back with the Reset Race family. And we're gonna have a discussion about Ukraine and what that really means for American Negroes that descend from chattel slavery. As Sam said, they do be trying us, so we have to say descend from chattel slavery, because then it could be in our agenda and do say these American Negro. That's okay, you black, but you're not one of us. I won't get into that. But we're gonna get into these some of the issues that we have with some of our politicians, but in regards to this Ukraine war, how it affects the descendants of chattel slavery here in America. So let's do it.
Yeah, they call me Mud. Bitterdos TV. If you want to get in contact with me, you can reach me at my social media. It's @oflineage on Twitter and Instagram. Do not And I mean, do not contact me on.
Oh shit! You know I
Let's
got
Oh
lost
yeah.
over. You know I got lost over there, man. I ain't know what's
Yo,
going on, but we here though. We
no,
here
no,
now
we're
though.
moving off of. Let's get to the
yes.
show.
And resetrace.org coming soon. So if you feel the need to actually if you feel the need to send any, if you really want to bother and want to complain to info@resetrace.org. If I feel interested enough to give you a response, I will. But that's really where you can send your complaints to. But we don't really give a fuck. But it is what it is, right? If it's valid, if it's something interesting. But if you want to send stuff that actually would be interesting for us to know, articles, videos, info@resetrace.org. And then go ahead and say hi, Joey. Go ahead and give your spiel.
Cousin Joey in the Matrix right now, but he
Right?
in the Matrix.
He come and give the man a minute.
All right. All right.
It's like, I'm driving. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get your intro later. Joey's driving. All hell, King Killmonger. Don't follow him around. Don't bother his ass, because he will tell you in a very church Southern way to go fuck yourself. Because they don't say go fuck yourself, but they say everything very sweet and cutthroat that makes you feel dressed down, just as if they told you to go fuck yourself. So here we are. And let's get back to it. John, do you remember what you wanted to say? If not, I'm just gonna run the video back.
Yeah, nah. Well, I'm doing the introduction. I'm gonna be the host for today's show. So yeah, so we're talking about Jim Clyburn today, and his thoughts on the Ukraine policy. We're not a fan of Jim Clyburn here, and he's actually being primarily challenged by a candidate named Marcel Dixon. Globe interviewed him on critical justice. So I suggest you check that out on the network. But let's get into the video. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what Jim Clyburn talking about.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I think we will, and I think we'll give the president everything he's asking for. He is on top of this. He's demonstrated for the last several weeks that he's in his wheelhouse, and we're going to respond, I think, in a very positive way. The American people are absolutely concerned about what's going on. They know that this could very well lead to a third world war. Mm-hmm. And they see that the whole world is rising up against Putin, and that's as it should be. And we are concerned in this Congress about those among us who seem to have some sensitivity towards Mr. Putin. That is very concerning to the people I've talked to here on the Hill. And we are concerned in this Congress about those among us who seem to have some sensitivity towards Mr. Putin. That is very concerning to the people I've talked to here on the Hill.
Okay.
Y'all got anything on that one? Because I'm like, wait.
Nah, sis,
I don't
what
want
you
to get
got?
hyper into the politics of it. Go ahead, John. What you got to say with this? Go ahead.
I ain't really got much. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Like he brought up Putin. He said that we're going to give the president everything he wants in regarding this situation. Now, I remember there's a situation where somebody came to one of his town halls not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago. Somebody came to one of his town halls and they were asking him specific things about, the descendants of chattel slavery in America, things that we need. And I remember him telling him something like the Build Back Better plan and tax credit, and none of the specific. Not we're going to give you everything that you want. He just said, "Oh, this is something that Joe Biden is doing. This is how it can help you. Oh, this is how it does." He wasn't doing all this.
If you wait on cash payments to come out of reparations, you're going to wait forever. It's not going to happen. So what you got to do, let me just talk. Don't put that in my face.
Why are you touching me?
Okay, all right. I'm going to leave you alone.
Cut the check. Tell Nancy Pelosi to cut the check.
Yeah.
Jim Clyburn is like a new, fatter version of like Steven from Django mixed with Stephen Fetchit. I said it. I hate this Negro. I really don't like it. But that's all I got. That's all. I won't go too far into it. What do you got?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree as far as like he just said basically we'll give Biden a blank check after being quoted $6 billion. I don't know any other like government program where you hear politicians talking like this, like especially not no program directed at Americans. So it's very weird to hear this in regards to a conflict that really isn't any of our business ultimately. Like they're talking about like we're all concerned, and I don't give a fuck about Ukraine or Russia. I really don't.
Hold them.
So like how does this benefit me at all? That's the question I have in all of this. And if it doesn't benefit me, why are y'all even talking about it when you haven't talked about anything that benefits me yet in this goddamn administration? That's what I got.
What I got is what y'all got. How we got all these money to spend on non-Americans and on wars in foreign countries? And Jim Clyburn talking about we all are worried because we understand that this could lead to a third world war. So you want to arm the people who are fighting the people who got the nukes for the third world war. Okay, whatever. And I understand that this whole situation is completely nuanced. Everybody is a bad actor. Russia's a bad actor, NATO's a bad actor, and Ukraine is a bad actor. Because by Ukraine going into NATO, it pushed into Russia's space and Russia retaliated. I am anti-war. I'm against all people being in war and people being killed, but this shit is not my fight and this shit is not my issue. But my issue is y'all owe my people money. And you keep telling me we ain't got no money for nothing. But every time there's a war, you got money. You know why? Because y'all just spin that shit into existence. So I need you to start spinning it to existence on my community. And yeah, and as for all that other bullshit Clyburn was talking about, yeah, and it's very concerning for people who have sympathy with Putin. Having nuance is not having sympathy. I don't think anybody should be invaded. I don't think any baby should be killed, no matter what color they are. Period. But all the rest of that, there's nuance. And we're not going to just get out here and pretend like y'all aren't creating the conditions for a third world war. That's it. You back with us, Joey? Or should we keep going? Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say, 110%. Oh, there you go.
Go ahead, Joey.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say I agree with you, Sam, but I feel like this is crazy because they're literally ready to write a blank check for a proxy war. This is a fucking proxy war right here, like, you know. So like they're willing to write a blank check for a proxy war. Again, we don't support imperialism. We don't support, like aggressive wars. Like, we're anti-war here. We're not with none of that shit. But at the same time, you see American citizens starving. You see how we starving out here. And I'll fight for reparations. And as a Black representative of the CBC, you come on TV talking about let's write, like I'm down to do whatever the president, he gonna support whatever the president want to do. Whatever, how much money he want to give him a tank, all types, he don't care. Then when Negroes come to him, nah, we can't do that for you. Because what about the other? What?
Before the South Carolina primary, you came out and decided it was time to endorse and embrace Joe Biden. Walk us through your decision-making process. Could you have imagined it would have the impact that it had?
No, I did not imagine that. But I do know that I was working hard to try to not only make an endorsement, but to do it in such a way that it would give him a surge, which is what he needed. He had just come out of 3 primaries, had lost all of them, did okay in Nevada, but it was really, his campaign was on life support. And I knew, or at least I felt I knew, that he was just the kind of guy that we needed to have our nomination. Because I think that Joe Biden could stand up to Donald Trump's insults better than anybody. He would heap insult upon anybody. But the question was, of all the candidates we had, which one of them was best to withstand these assaults? And I just thought that Joe Biden would do well with that. We had for the last 4 years retrogression taking place in this country. And what I thought we really needed was somebody that could bring this country together. I don't understand why people keep talking about how divided this country is. This country has always been divided. Since 1619, when blacks first came ashore here, and then we had 244 years of slavery, another 100 years of apartheid. It was not until the 1954 Supreme Court decision this country really came face to face with the things we needed to do to get beyond the racial divide in this country. And we've been doing a very good job of that for a long time. But then all of a sudden now, we got a president who decided that he wanted to take us back to that period in time that a lot of us would like to get behind us. And I just think and thought at that time and think to this day that Joe Biden has the right background, the right experience to help us continue this pursuit of a more perfect union.
How do you want Joe Biden to pay you back?
I'm sorry?
How do you want Joe Biden to pay you back?
Pay me back? Oh, I don't want anything out of this.